This video is sponsored by DraftKings. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. UFC 315 is going down this Saturday. And let me tell you, man, we got some amazing fights on this card. We got Jose Aldo on the card. We got Aiemann Zahabi, Valentina Shevchenko. And of course, that welterweight title on the line for the main event. Let's get into the video.
What up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
We are headed to Canada this weekend for UFC 315 to see Muhammad take on Della Maddalena for the welterweight title, and it's going to be a good one. Don't forget to get in on the action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They are offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. UFC 315 is going to be sick. You got the legend Jose Aldo versus TriStar's best Aiemann Zahabi. You have Valentina Shevchenko versus Maddalena, and of course, for the main event, Belal Muhammad versus Della Maddalena. Talk about a welterweight matchup. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today using my promo code Wonderboy when signing up. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same fight. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress fights right as they happen, making watching the matches that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code Wonderboy and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Wonderboy only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Well, the UFC welterweight title is on the line. You got Belal Muhammad was supposed to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov, but Shavkat Rakhmonov ended up getting injured. I think it was a knee injury. But then you have Jack Della. That one's hard to say. That's hard to say. Jack Della Maddalena stepped up to face on Belal Muhammad in Montreal, Canada. Dude, I love breaking down the welterweight fights, obviously, because that's my weight class. But I've also faced off against Belal Muhammad. Very, very tough grappler. Now, when you look at this from outside, it looks like this is a grappler versus striker scenario, like fight. You know, me facing off against Belal Muhammad, the dude is very strong. The guy's got cardio for days. The guy doesn't get tired. He's faced off against some of the top welterweights in the entire world. He doesn't have that one hitter quitter power, if you will. He breaks people. He makes you tired. He wrestles you, picks you up, takes you down, makes you work getting back up. And once you think you're back up to your feet, he's taking you down again. That is exhausting. I've been there. All right, I have been there. Jack Della Maddalena, this dude is a finisher. He goes out there, he tries to put you to sleep. The guy's got solid boxing, but underrated grappling, man. This dude's got some great grappling, good wrestling defense. He's got, I think, maybe a few submissions, maybe one submission, I think. No, it can't be one submission. I gotta go back and check. Fact check that for me, fans. But anyway, the dude's got great grappling as well. I don't know if you saw the fight with him and Gilbert Burns, but Gilbert Burns is one of the top grapplers and one of the best grapplers in the welterweight division, and he couldn't keep him down. I mean, the scrambles that went on in that fight were ridiculous, dude. So he showed his grappling credentials in that fight. But most of all, he wants to keep the fight standing. He wants to put those hands on your noggin to put you to sleep. And he's got heavy hands that will knock you out. So that's what makes this fight so interesting, is the fact that Belal Muhammad is going to want to make this fight last. I think as the rounds go on, as the fight goes on, he gets better and better. It almost seems, watching him fight Leon Edwards, it almost seems that Belal's cardio just goes up. Like, he keeps pushing harder and harder every round. So I see Belal winning this fight. Now, he could finish him, but that's just not the type of fighter Belal is. He's the type of guy that goes out there and uses his cardio and his relentlessness to go out there and tries to break his opponent. He makes it last. He tires you out. And he's in your face the entire time. His pressure is constant as the rounds go on and on. Into the third and fourth and fifth rounds is where you're going to see Belal Muhammad, really do his work. And we haven't quite seen Jack Della Maddalena. We haven't seen him go 5 rounds. We haven't seen him go 5. We've seen him tough 3, as he did against Burns, but we haven't seen him go 5 rounds. So can he do it? We don't know. He's a very intelligent fighter, so I think he's going to be ready for it. But with the pace that Belal has, man, that's hard. Now, Jack Della Maddalena, if he wins the fight, I see him winning the fight early. I think he can put his hands, use his boxing together, and if he can put good combinations together, and he's precise, and he's patient, which he is a very patient fighter. He's the type of guy that kind of waits to really, finds his range, and if he's got you hurt, he's going to be precise, he's going to be accurate, he's not going to rush in and have his opponent grab you and hold you down and recover. He's very precise, and he's very calm in those kind of situations. So he's going to have to be calm in this fight. If I see him winning this fight, I see KO. All right, I'm going to give you guys 3 things that he's got to do in order to win. This is the 5 in a round fight. So 1, he's going to have to keep the distance. He's a striker. Yes, he's got good grappling, but Belal is up there when it comes to relentlessness, his wrestling, and jiu-jitsu. So you're going to have to keep the distance. You're going to use that boxing jab. And you're going to have to keep a little bit longer distance than normal. Why? Because I do believe Belal Muhammad's got good timing, and he's going to wait for you to throw your strikes, change levels, and he's going to shoot in for those legs. So after you throw your jab, Jack, you're going to have to step off either to the left or to the right. Don't back straight up. Don't just move straight forward, which a lot of these boxers like to do. You're going to have to use that lateral movement in order to throw Belal's timing off. Number 2, your takedown defense is going to have to be on point, man. Belal Muhammad loves to keep his opponent up against the cage. Makes it easier to take him down, I believe. They can't back up. They can't kick their legs back to sprawl. So Belal likes to keep his opponents there, as you saw him against Leon Edwards. So Jack Della Maddalena is going to have to keep the center of the octagon. He's going to have to really circle out. He's going to have to get off the cage. He's going to have to keep the center. Now, once you get back to the center, if you can't keep your techniques long, and let's say Belal Muhammad is really good at keeping it close, let's say you just can't keep him away, well, then you're going to have to rely on your elbows and your knees. If you hurt a wrestler, and as soon as you step in close, they're going to change levels. You saw that against when Jack Della Maddalena fought against Gilbert Burns. It was the knee that put him down. So if you can't keep the techniques long, if they're staying in that close range, you're gonna have to make them pay for trying to do that. And you're gonna do that with your elbows and your knees. Moving on to number 3. Now, when it comes to pressure fighters, just like Belal, they come downhill. They're very good at coming downhill, walking forward, walking to the cage, which is where he wants you. So what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to pressure him back. You're gonna have to meet him with pressure. A lot of guys that walk downhill, walk forward, they don't do so well backing up. It's your job to find a way to keep Belal Muhammad backing up. Stay in his face. Keep the weight low. Every time Belal Muhammad steps forward, you're smoking with uppercut, a hook, or a knee to get him backing up. I don't think he does so well backing up. And if you notice, if you time it right, a lot of times Belal Muhammad, after a striking exchange or a grappling exchange, if you defend it, he backs up and drops his hands. So after any exchange, close that gap and put a right or left hand down the pipe, because his hands are going to drop. So you're going to have to work on keeping the distance. You're going to have to work on throwing your knees and elbows, and find a way later on in the rounds, if you can, to keep Belal Muhammad backing up. Moving on to Belal Muhammad. And Belal, 3 things he's got to do to win the fight. Now, I think everybody knows when you're facing off against a good striker and you got a wrestler here, you're going to have to go the old GSP route. You're going to have to hem him up. You're going to have to lay on this guy a little bit, maybe the first and second round, to try to tire him out. Knowing that you're facing off against a good striker, one with good cardio and takedown defense, you're going to know that this fight's going to go all 5 rounds, all right? Just have that mindset stepping out there, okay? Cool if you hurt him and finish him, but have the mindset that this is going to be a grueling fight, and this is going to have to be a strategic fight throughout the 5 rounds, all right? You have to stick to the game plan. First and second round, go out there, hem him up against the fence, lay on him. Like I said, the old GSP route, you would see GSP do that against great strikers. How do you slow a striker down? Build up a lot of blood and lactic acid in those muscles, and you do that by making them grapple. And it doesn't have to be a double leg. Lay on him up against the fence. Make him have to try to defend your takedown, constantly pulling you back up, constantly trying to fight off your underhooks and things like that. Belal, I think if you can keep him up against the fence and lay on with the first 2 rounds, his striking is going to be significantly slower in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All right. Second thing my man Belal is going to have to do is mix up your wrestling and your striking. Okay, let's say, Belal, you go out there and take this guy down 1 or 2 times in the 1st or 2nd round, right? After that, he is going to be constantly thinking about your takedown. Now, once he starts thinking about the takedown, that's when you fake the takedown and come up with your overhand rights. You saw Gilbert Burns do that to him, and it landed. You saw him drop his hands down to try to prepare for the takedown, and boom, got smoked. So let me see you do that. Mix it up. After you take him down, fake it, come up high. Or fake it, come up high, back down low for the takedown. Makes the takedowns a little bit easier. Mix it up. Number 3 thing Belal's got to do to win this fight. Attack the legs, especially with a guy with good power in his hands. Power doesn't come from the arms, it comes from the legs, all right? These guys sit down, they sit down for a reason. When you sit down, you got a low base, you can really torque those hips and torque those legs to get power in those hands. And how do you slow a guy like that down? How do you make those punches a little bit weaker, a little bit slower after every hit? And that's attack the legs. A lot of leg kicks, my man. Inside, outside, keep them guessing. Every time this guy steps back, steps forward, when you see him start to sit down or he's in his boxing range, kick the legs, man. If I'm hemming a good striker up against the fence, I'm gonna be kneeing the crap out of his legs if I can. Boom, smoking him, boom. The booms are me kneeing him in the leg, by the way. You go in 5 rounds, he's going to slow down. So if you can combine the wrestling, lay on him, tire him out, with the leg kicks on the inside, that's how you slow him down and make those hands a little bit weaker because the power comes from the legs. Well, there you have it, guys. 3 things each fighter's got to do in order to win this fight. I'm excited for this welterweight bout. Let me know in the comments who you got winning this fight, baby. And I'll see you there, my man. Let's go.